So, the dust has settled, and while the result isn't what any of us ever wanted to hear, it was nonetheless the outcome we expected. On Saturday, January 13th, 2024, Tachiyomi's main developer Archon wrote a post on the Tachiyomi site titled "It's Jover." They detail that the core contributors and support staff of the Tachiyomi project have unanimously decided to end development, with the threats by Kakao Entertainment to not just the project, but also the people behind its development and support staff. It is understandable that they have decided that it would be best for them to end the project. Kakao has the financial and legal resources to take those involved in the project through a long and costly legal process, and they have used this as a deterrent for the continuation of the project. So, what does that leave us with now? Well, the Tachiyomi app will continue to work if you already have it installed. There is no way for Kakao to take the app off your phone, but the app will not continue to work indefinitely in its current state. The Android landscape is constantly changing, so the app will eventually break. Another factor to consider is the support for extensions. We are now at the mercy of the community who have created repositories for the extensions. These extensions will only work for as long as they are maintained and updated, as website APIs change over time. I imagine that the number of extensions will slowly shrink as less popular extensions are neglected and removed from repositories. But there is one silver lining to all of this. A successor to the Tachiyomi project has been announced and will be spearheaded by Ansi Lich, one of the developers of Tachiyomi SY. Before I give the app's name, I'd like to explain the context behind the name. Tachiyomi literally means standing reading and describes the practice of going to a bookshop and standing there reading the magazines or books. Coming to terms with the practice of Tachiyomi, but not wanting to have all of their books flipped through, bookstores started designing books and magazines called mihon, meaning samples, for people who engaged in Tachiyomi. As you may have already picked up, the successor is called mihon. Mihon is built on Tachiyomi's codebase, so it is possible to migrate your library from Tachiyomi over to it using the built-in backup and restore feature. There is one distinction about the app I'd like to make. Tachiyomi supported devices with Android 6 or newer. Mihon only supports devices running Android 8 and newer. So if your device is running a version of Android that is older than Android 8, you might want to consider jumping over to a Tachiyomi fork like Tachiyomi SY, as it still supports devices with Android 6 and will continue to be updated alongside mihon. I have one last thing to say before I end the video. The project is still very much in its infancy with a small number of contributors. Please do not harass the developers about the app for features or releases on Discord. They will work on the app when they have the chance, and so new releases will happen when they are ready. With that, thank you all for watching.